Then allow me actually present this question that I discussed. And do I need to read the question again?
No problem, it's okay.
I mean, he's the founder, executive chairman, former president, and CEO of Amazon, the world's largest e-commerce and cloud computing company. So, and the thing here, where is the question? Sorry, the question is the founder and chief executive of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, was recently quoted in the Harvard Business Review as saying, culture is the most critical aspect of performance in any organization. And the task was especially why is culture linked to performance? Illustrate with examples you are aware of. Then briefly I came and actually say that I introduced who Jeff Bezos was, and I said he's the founder, executive chairman, former president of CEO of Amazon, the world's largest e-commerce. And he was born actually Jeffrey Preston Jefferson. And I talked about what he said in his culture, especially integrating the 5 key elements. And one of the elements that I talked about briefly that integrated in the culture was immense performance pressure and constant reinvention and optimization of organizational culture, then customer centricity, operating like a startup and diversity among the workforce. And now, that is mainly the elements talked about. Then it brings me to the definition of culture. What is culture? I went ahead to define culture as the character and personality of an organization, and it is what makes the business organization unique, and because of its values, traditions, beliefs, interactions, behaviors, and attitudes. And also, I went ahead to echo on performance. Since they talked about it as a linkage to performance, I say performance is how a member of staff fulfills the duties of their role. And I say it can be measurable in terms of money.
Somebody needs to mute, eh?
Of work. And so I give the people why culture is linked to performance. I said number one, it has an impact on employees' commitment. When the culture of an organization is suitable for the employees, they get committed at the place of work, and at the end of the day, they're able to innovate, creative, and exhibit ethical behaviors. Then I say the culture particularly influences the job performance. The other one was commitment, but here it is performance. How? We just say that when you look at 77% actually of people agree strongly that culture allows them to do their best work. So their impact and productivity is seen, especially where the culture of the organization is very superb and for them. And then I say the culture also creates an environment. A favorable culture creates an environment that enables employees to do their best work. And that one, it enables them to thrive in an environment where things are tough because the culture is favorable to them. And for example, here, when I talked about that, I said the situations whereby workers are in the refugee camps, they're in the isolated places where there is a lot of war, in arid areas. When the culture of the organization is favorable, all those things are not seen because there is already room for them to work so hard. Then also I said it includes strong leadership as required because the culture is suitable. How do this leadership come about? When the culture is favorable and suitable, there emerges a tendency of strong leaders that come up because they are all confident that their culture is giving them room to develop as leaders who are required to lead in an organization. Mm-hmm. And that one actually, I quoted especially the Vice President Marriott during a good say that during a talk at how do they grow when the culture is strong? They grow in terms of promotion, they grow in terms of career development, in terms of progress and the trainings that they are offering. And that one helps them to enhance on their capacity development as employees that we can use to continue making the organization grow. Then even their happiness is witnessed, especially when the culture is so unfavorable. You see, employees are so happy, they interact with one another. Nobody is actually offended at some point because the culture is by their side. Then engagement, even employees engage with one another freely because they know culture is part of their work, it is favorable. Then also lastly, when you see collaboration, they collaborate with one another because they know culture has created room for them to just to do that freely. Why do they collaborate? Because there is decision making by each one of them. Each of them to make decisions as a team. Everyone's ideas are taken. For example, for us, it is called here. We have not well come to this consensus. I mean, discussing our views. I mean, our culture, the discussion group is favoring us to meet at the brain. Then also, on the other hand, I try to note out some of the things that really negatively bring about that show that culture, when it is linked to performance, there are some negative things that come out. And one of them, Adam Grant, I actually quoted there, talked about them and called them 4 deadly sins of work culture. And one of it, he said anarchy. Anarchy is in line with the relationships. Then he talked about when culture is too much in an organization, it brings toxicity, meaning toxic, things become worse, and so on. Then bureaucracy and mediocrity. So, and another thing that the other side culture can actually cause, especially when it is too much in an organization, it is low performance and bad behavior. I just highlighted that no feedback, low motivation, then unclear expectations and standards. This apply to personal behavior and work performance. Then lack of recognition, and we said also talent loss. When you are in a place whereby the culture is too much, even you lose talent. The talent you used to explore get out of place because you are all the time in a place that you are used up, the culture, you are so actually, you relate with it all the time, so it becomes meaningless now. Then boredom, that is also part of what the culture, too much of it can bring towards performance. You get bored with everything that now is going on because you are now always used to it. Then slowly decision making. Each time the culture gets too much, the decisions begin to slow the members, even from the top leadership to the lower level. realize people now, whatever they decide, they don't even take it serious. They make action points, but they don't follow up. I mean, that's all because the culture has been regarded as the number one thing in an organization, which becomes dangerous. Then number two, I mean, back me as a manager who